Hey, this is Aaron with the Soft Start Podcast. Today with us, we have
Malik Afetayo III.
This is the white boy Zack.
This is D Money.
and this is A. I like the little switcheroo we have going around here. It's a nice start to our 10th special
Won't you be
episode,
Aaron
right?
fast?
Woo!
Happy 10th
Air horns.
anniversary.
Accelerating Aaron.
I'm gonna add
Yeah, you have to
some
put in some-
post effects, some air horns,
10
some,
years.
Some
smoke
gunshots.
weeds every day.
When I
We
talk
have to do-
shit.
we have
When I
to
talk
do
my shit.
gunshots.
Hey, fuck all these other podcasts.
There we go.
That's
Bow,
DJ
bow.
Khaled. You the best.
Yeah, we the best.
We the fuck. I
We
fucked
the
up
best
that
with our
DJ
18
Khaled.
views per video,
Okay.
bitch.
Yeah, solid 10 views per episode, man.
Yeah.
Pays my
Yeah.
tuition.
Yeah, we're trying to get 10 views for our 10th episode.
Yeah.
To all our 10 fans, we love you. To
You
everybody
already-
else, fuck them.
Yeah, there we go. First 10.
All y'all trash.
The first 10 is, I'm gonna say it's something special, you know.
It is.
Yeah,
It
you-
is,
You
really
make it,
is.
you make it to a certain point in your life, and you're like, what if I done 10 of?
I haven't done 10 of anything. Except for this shit right here.
What is that?
I don't know.
What does that imply?
But think about it.
I've never made
What
the 10
have
drinks
you-
before.
What have you made it to 10 of?
What, like exactly 10 things?
Exactly 10 things.
I can't. Well, 10 podcasts.
10. There you go.
I-
And that's when you think when you're
10
like, wow.
push-ups, 10
I've never-
pull-ups,
Yeah.
10 breaths, 10 eye blinks.
10 masturbations in 1 week.
Oh.
Yeah.
10, 10, 10,
That would be
20s
this
on your
week.
titties, bitch.
Ayo!
Per week or day?
All right. Do I have to cut this again?
No, we're good. No, we're good.
Like, if he's comfortable with that, that's staying in.
What? I don't give a fuck.
I think
And that's
I
the
think it was
specialty of
funny
a
when
10th
we started this that we all had bets on how many episodes we would actually make with this.
I don't think we had. Oh yeah, we did.
We did.
What did I say? I said I would get to 40
40.
because we have the summer
You said 40. I said
Who can be here
4.
this summer?
people. You think this podcast is just about you, Quincy?
Yeah, I am this podcast.
It is called Soft Serve Podcast,
Yeah.
not Soft Strangers Podcast.
Does it?
What
there's
is,
no
what is the
names in
difference between
podcast
soft serve
name.
and soft strangers? What does that
Strangers
mean?
is not soft serve. How does that not make sense? It's either people in soft serve or it's
what are you
strangers.
trying to
Are you
get at
saying
here?
soft serve is like our group name? So you're saying they can't be soft serve without us? Is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say? Okay, now I'm following you.
That's why they're the strangers.
Yeah, you lost me
I
there.
think you have a
I thought
problem.
you were saying like soft serve meant something that you couldn't have strangers in it.
Well,
Yeah.
It makes sense with logic.
so today,
Well, logic is trash.
today I figured.
Look at Zach.
Tell it to the sharks, buddy.
Interrupted consistently. Anyway, today
Say a C word, buddy.
for a special episode, I decided, hey, let's have 10 topics. 10th
Rapid fire.
episode, 10 topics. It makes sense to me, right?
Actually, Zach's idea, but okay.
It was kind of Zach's idea, but I'm host.
Mostly
so I'm
Zach's
claiming-
I
idea.
think Zach's actually the host.
So,
If we're being real here.
Let's start with our first topic: death.
Death. Oh yeah.
The timer just started. How long do we have for each one of these topics?
Alright,
We have 6
what happens when we die, go?
But I don't really know.
That was when we
die.
die. Oh, I'm up there with Biggie and Tupac.
I think Tupac's still alive.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you think he's actually dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hanging out
Yeah,
with Hitler
shot.
and Argentina.
Yikes! Someone here is ignorant.
I actually.
Do you think we go to another, the fourth dimension?
Oh God.
I thought the fifth dimension was
So
love,
like
right?
some spirit
like
realm.
Interstellar.
No, I think we go to back to the womb of some random woman.
You
And
mean
we come out again.
reincarnation?
Yeah.
Why do you think you have to be a human again?
I'm not gonna be human
Ooh.
again. I'm gonna come back as a cockroach.
I feel like
Let's say you survive longer.
Yeah, bro. I survived nuclear war is gonna happen.
So wait, and you die, and
I'm
then
down
come
before
back
I'm
after
down
the
before
nuclear
Trump got
war,
out of
and
office.
then-
I feel like I'm gonna die and then come back and do my life over again.
That'd be real sad.
Yeah.
Because that means you have to exist again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh shit. Oh, see, this is
That's
getting a
just
little dark
reality.
here.
That's just reality.
We get
Hey.
a death topic, we get dark.
Well,
I mean, death can be pretty, too.
I mean, death can be happy.
you mean like Day of the Dead? Like the
Well, death is like it's like the
it's
like a
change.
restful
It's also change.
after a life of pain or something. It's like the
What about
the restful.
if
Well,
you're
for some
walking
people,
and get hit by a bus and die?
I mean,
or
but if
some
it's in
lady
the
cuts a
daylight,
corner too quickly.
if you
Yeah.
get hit by a
Oh,
bus in
yeah.
the daylight, though, I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's a sunny day. You died on a sunny day.
You always have to take the positive out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the potential is wasted.
Well, I think it's like one of the.
Well, I mean, yeah.
There's 7 billion people on this planet. Like, what do you mean by
Yeah.
potential? You're just always gonna
A
be someone who
full
does.
life to live. You didn't live your full life.
What do you consider
It
a
was
full
cut
life?
short.
Some,
like, what's a-
some
what's a
might have
full
lived
life?
a full life before they died.
the one thing I
Well,
have.
yeah. With people in their like 80s or 90s, but if you die and when you're 10, 11, or 20, I mean, it's like 50-ish years that you just got cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it. I see what you're saying.
Okay. I mean, I'm still like say that as long as you lived a life and have affected people positively, primarily,
Hopefully.
that's a
Yeah.
Hopefully,
fulfilled life.
Well,
I don't think you have to live for 60, 80 years to have a fulfilled life. I think, well, obviously, in your perspective, yeah, you want to live that long life.
Yeah.
You're like doing constant things. You want the satisfaction of getting to the end, but not everyone can.
Well, I think that's I forgot what I was just about to say. Completely.
Thanos kills Spider-Man.
Don't say stupid shit like that.
Thanos
We
snapped his
ain't talking
fucking
about
neck.
that kind of death.
Thanos chokes him through the sun.
Oh no, that was the thing. Like they say you can't like appreciate life unless you like realize what death is.
You mean like being in a relationship, you can't appreciate how much you care for someone until after it?
That's true.
Yeah, but like you can't you don't know good until you've experienced bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna appreciate the loved ones around you and everything until you realize
gone.
they're gonna die one day. You know.
Yeah. When that shit like even when like the relationship, back to that analogy, even when you're in it, you don't appreciate it because you don't
'Cause it's
you
already
don't see
there.
it ending because you're
Yeah.
so happy, and then when it's gone, it's like shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of
She really made me happy, like
Yeah.
all that shit like that. Yeah.
well, that's the beautiful thing about death is as like scary as it is, it makes you like. After the death of a loved one, you hold the people close to you a lot
Or
closer.
even the death of a friend.
Yeah.
Easily. It'll make you think about the friends you have, and you're like, shit.
It makes you appreciate what you got, you know?
And you always have to. It's always something I think a lot of people forget is
Yeah.
how valuable the people around them are.
Yeah.
Especially as young as we are, and as like,
It just seems over our head because we're so
because of
young.
how much social media we have, we always have this idea that people will always be there.
Yeah.
They're immortalized through the web,
you're
yeah.
kind of immortalized through these this virtual version of yourself, and like you are like popularity or whatever will keep you alive no matter what. But
That's why I try
dead
to
is dead.
Well,
end anything with anybody like on a bad note because that's just
Yeah.
you don't want to end like that because they pass away, then you're just sitting there like, damn, I wasn't even really that
Yeah.
bad about it. And all the other shit.
Especially after time, it's just like...
Yeah, it's like at the time, shit just fades away.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, it feels like the worst thing in the world. But once you get that distance from it, it's like, damn, why was I so mad? And why did I let that take them to the grave with them? Yeah.
Just imagine like a life without death too. Like you're just like living in there's no threat to
That would
ever
suck, though.
die. Like you would just like...
It'd be awful.
Yeah.
You
I feel
fall
like...
in love 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It'd be
And
terrible.
everything, nothing would be special anymore. You would just be doing the same old things with people. Eventually, you'd see the same people over and again, and
Yeah.
yeah, you would just get bored after like.
I see the same people, and I've fucking lived for 21 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
already.
It's exhausting.
And then
at a
like
certain
imagine
point.
like your reputation after like millions of years or something like.
Yeah. That's why,
Oh, you started that one war. Yeah, like-
that's why I'm glad we get that break from each other during the week, and then we know we reconvene on the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't really
nice
know about
little
reconvening.
shindig.
I still hate you all.
I mean, well, we hate each other, but we're still friends.
But I also
I love all
Yeah.
of you
Aw,
It's a
on
love-hate
different
thing.
levels, but
some me the most.
no.
Sexually.
Oh,
But y'all be getting a little bromance
Aaron and
going
I
on
have.
up there. Yeah,
Aaron,
y'all.
Aaron and I have been
Yeah.
having
us
a little.
recently? That's
yeah.
because we actually fucking hang out now.
I guess our feelings are starting to tap into each other, and we're knocking on each other's window and kind of peeping in and
Well,
saying,
you know.
Me
"Hey,
and Z Money be
Say-
shut. We shut Sticky
say-
Rice down.
hey,
We did.
hey,
You
you
shut
still
Sticky
up?"
Rice
I got shut down too.
Down.
Yeah, no,
On
I feel
Saturday.
like
You got to that one
maybe
girl.
I should switch to Austin.
I mean,
No, I'm
she wasn't-
saying,
she
I'm
wasn't
saying
your
that
type.
Helen.
between us.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I told my friend in class that shit. So funny. That shit was so funny.
So we're approaching.
You really want to say it every time, you know?
I kind of do. You know,
Give it
you're the
awareness.
host, so I would like to
Yeah,
at least
I'm
be
host.
on.
But I think it's a good topic.
Wait, right now you're the host,
as
but
a first one. That's deep, and I think we can go into it a lot further. But
You can
know,
always go deeper.
We
This
always
is the
have.
speed around.
You
This
can
is
always go deeper.
I don't know.
that's not true.
That's a motto for life. Just
so a
keep
good
pushing.
second topic to come off from.
Well,
our,
it goes with our first
from our- I guess it does kind of ceremonies.
ceremony.
Ceremonies. Oh, talking about funerals?
What can't? There's good ceremonies. There's bad ceremonies. There's normal ceremonies like your normal. Well, I guess that's on the ceremony. I was thinking more of like daily rituals.
That's not ceremony.
That's
Yeah,
not ceremony.
that's
Ceremony
not the
like
same
this
thing.
big
We have
event.
ceremony
Like
of life. We have
graduation.
ceremony of death.
Yeah,
Commencement
graduation
ceremony.
ceremony.
So like wedding,
Graduation ceremony
funeral,
coming
stuff
up.
like that.
Graduation.
Shower.
Yeah, so I guess that's a big
the
that's a big one. Graduation ceremony.
is
You guys
coming.
actually talked about it briefly beforehand. You guys have big plans for your ceremonies?
I'm plugged walking across the stage.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
we're just going back up to Nova and just all my family's coming. Well, most of my
Virginia.
family's coming in. We're just like doing a weekend
That's
celebration.
good, man.
Well,
Me and my family's going to Corolla. Going to
Oh, nice.
Outer Banks. Yeah, my dad got a beach house. So
That'd be sweet.
Everything.
Curl's nice.
I feel like I should talk about what I'm gonna do, but I'm not exactly sure yet, so I can't really say.
yeah.
you,
It might
I
be-
can't say that.
going to Amsterdam again?
No, I might be going to Japan.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. See, I hope I didn't jinx it by saying it.
I think you just
probably
did.
Well, then maybe I'll go to Korea.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
North.
Yeah, dude, true Korea. I'll be there.
Bro, Aaron,
Jump the border.
and you're gonna be
You
so
be good as
excited.
ramen.
You're gonna be like, I graduated. Now I'm on my own. I'm at Korea. I'm gonna be having this adventure. That next day, World War III is about to start.
North Korea marches down to South Korea. They're telling me to stay indoors. I'm like,
That's,
come on.
man, that's how we lose Aaron.
and I mean, that
you
goes back to
guys
ceremony.
didn't lose me to the Middle East. You guys haven't lost me to Europe. Yeah, I'll still be around.
Well, I mean, that goes
Yeah.
back to ceremony. So your funeral. What do you want your funeral to be like?
A celebration.
This is a
easily.
question right here.
Well, I mean, a celebration, but
Well, people drink. People get drunk.
Oh,
Be
yeah, I'm
sad.
definitely
Be
getting-
happy.
so what's
getting
the
to- I'm getting told to
what's
fuck
this
up.
atmosphere?
The atmosphere. I want to say.
Isn't it a church?
I want to say green.
Green is an atmosphere.
I want to say green.
It's a green screen
So
room.
you want to be outside?
what? I want to be green.
You wanted a green screen?
gonna be a monitor
that has
And people can be like, people can make it look as dramatic as they want, like they're standing out in the snow looking at me. Like, something like
No,
that.
we have like
a
the
live feed that has just like different
The
the
backgrounds.
Star
live
Wars
stream.
shit, the Star Wars background, like when they burned Darth Vader.
I want my funeral to be. I want my funeral to be on Twitch.
Live
Zach,
stream.
you said Twitch is gonna still be around when you.
I got you. Live stream it.
Yeah, well, live stream.
Zach's gonna be
We'll
the
play
DJ
Fortnite.
there.
No, Zach,
Yo, we live. We live at Aaron's funeral.
That's what we do in the green screen. We play Fortnite over his casket.
yeah, there you go. Jake calls in. Hey guys, can I join
Play
your
Cuphead.
Yeah.
That's the most
I want to ravage your funeral
honorable ceremony I could ever have.
I want to get
from
burned.
Guardians 2.
Yeah, there we go. Fireworks. That'd be nice to
Yeah.
end it.
I want to get
It's like low
burned.
quality
Yeah.
video.
It's like
And
three.
I want Sylvester Stallone to be there. Be like,
You still have to wait for them. It's
Yeah.
not like ongoing.
you got us
phone.
all back together.
Is that what's gonna be like?
Yeah. And then Guardians 3 is gonna be.
No, my will's gonna be
announced
like. It's gonna
at
be
my
like.
funeral.
It's gonna be like. I want you guys to commit a heist.
I want you guys
Yeah,
to
that
do
would be
that.
all-
I would
Oh,
do that
dude,
shit.
if I'm
You
old
should
as shit,
leave like a scavenger hunt and then ends up being
For your
like
booze.
a bank heist or something.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
The treasure of Aaron's booze. It's just his booze
Oh,
collection.
that would be a chest full. Oh, it'd be so cool. You guys like end up in Bermuda and you're like digging on an X, and it's like a chest, and you open it and you just see it's just a glow, and it's so beautiful.
It's all cracking.
I think I kind of want to do like a video of myself before I die, and I'm just gonna
It's gonna
roast
be like
everyone
this.
that would be at my
Hello,
funeral.
I'm Danny Slow. If you're watching this,
And if you roast his funeral, roast him back.
Bro, I'm dead. You can't roast me when I'm dead.
I can still roast you when you're dead.
That's what I can't
I can still
offend
flame your ass when you're
Danny,
dead.
you should just roast everyone in their friend
That's what
group.
yeah.
And we were like, oh, can't even do anything.
I bet you're crying, you little bitch.
We could be
You're
like,
my least favorite
well,
son.
Daddy, you died before us, so you lose.
Nah, dude.
But we can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm roasting
You
him
can
ass
make
back.
You can offend me, but I'm dead. So you
I'm
can't.
gonna fuck your wife.
You're gonna go to his.
I want to die and then want to go
You
meet
wish
him.
you could get on
Meet him
my
in
last level.
afterworld and roast his ass back. Oh, you thought you was getting away with that?
Oh,
motherfucker?
you're saying main bitch out of your league, side bitch out of your league too?
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, I
Wife
got you.
confirmed.
And by the time I'm married, it's gonna be an ex-wife. So let's get that straight.
I'm gonna fuck all your ex-wives and your wife.
No, you can't fuck my
Yes, I
ex-wives.
can.
I actually
They're gonna be
can't-
vulnerable, crying, be like,
Jesus
Yo.
Christ.
you know, I'm here.
Well, we know what Zack's goal is.
I actually came to a realization today that I don't think I actually want a crazy bitch and
Those
crazy bitch.
ceremonies?
yeah, I guess we still are on ceremonies.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Can't tangent.
So wedding is a ceremony, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't think
Can
I
we say
want to
the
have
topic?
two
Ex-wives
weddings,
anymore?
two ex-wives weddings.
Very
Yeah.
expensive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it price or you honestly
afford to
No,
realize
no,
how
I
fucking
I
dumb
think
it
I was
would
just
be?
You're not
watching
rich
it.
enough to have two ex-wives.
I was watching it. No, I actually. I was watching a TV show and there was like someone, I think it was New Girl or something, and someone was
Yeah, probably new girl.
someone was like being really dramatic, and I was like, you know what? I can't handle that in my life right now. Like, so
It's just-
yeah, I think I've come to the realization that I actually want a normal wife one day.
Wow.
Plus, they're also fucking expensive. Like planning weddings
Yeah.
and shit. It's just like, why would I do that?
Exactly.
You know what
Well,
I could do?
one would
We
be-
could
Why
get
do that?
drinks
We
in
can
the-
adopt
my
a dog.
backyard
Well,
with a couple of friends.
well,
I think
see,
I've actually we mentioned this.
I
Before.
planned for my first one to be an extravagant wedding, like really beautiful, and then the second one, the one that like I actually really love, my second ex-wife, that would be a Las Vegas one.
The one I
A
actually love.
Chapo.
So you're saying the first wife is something like kind of like really big and something, and then you scale it down to Las Vegas because she's the crazy fun one.
Las
and
Vegas.
she's the one you get really
look,
into, but
look,
then you realize.
No, the first one is there to have my babies.
Right.
and take my shit away
So
from
that's
me.
why she's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
it has to be, because it's my first
Right.
wedding. So
The
it has to
second
go.
one is that fun bounce
Misogynistic
back.
man.
Like you've been tied down. She took everything from you.
Yeah,
This
she
is the
needs
fun
to.
one.
She needs to rip it all away
But
from
you
me.
want too much of her fun.
Why would you
drain
want
it from her, and she leaves
Jenny
you.
wants to spend
What, the
money.
first one or the second
I
one?
decided I wanna
No, the
get-
second
I
one
wanna
I'm gonna
lose all my
deeply love,
assets.
but I'm gonna be a dysfunctional person by then.
Because of the first one.
No, just general life habits.
Yeah, that sounds true.
Yeah.
Don't come calling when you're broke as shit and living on the street.
Well, he
Baby,
probably will.
You wanted this. This is what you wanted.
Zach, why
And
would
I
I?
ain't taking care of none of your kids.
My
Uncle
kids,
Quincy.
my kids could take better care of themselves than you can take
Probably
care
could.
of yours.
Your
Probably
wife's gonna
could.
probably take the kids anyway.
Or Zach, apparently you're gonna take his wife, so it doesn't matter.
You ain't taking my
Take
wife.
it.
Funeral at the funeral.
Take your kids to my house. They're gonna get bit by Bronco and Piston.
My dad, boy.
Every time you say their name, I hate them more and more.
You should. They're gonna be bad.
I didn't know.
I know you ain't taking care of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'll take care of dogs. Don't listen to him.
I guess you
Peter.
could say that's part of Quincy's history, huh?
Oh, what
Ah.
a weird thing to say.
Bro,
Look at the host transitioning.
We're to transition
Yeah.
like this, but our next topic is history.
History.
History, a thing that no one wants to take in college.
We've got so
I took a lot of
much
history classes in college.
You took Black history?
baby.
I like history.
Black,
Oh,
his-
he took
Black
Black history.
history.
I took history and
Year?
civil rights movement.
That really, that's a class you took?
Yeah.
I
In
took
college?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I
didn't
took
know.
Last year.
U.S. history.
Yeah, I think I just took US. Because I was like, that's like the.
I got through. I took AP classes in high school. Never had to step foot in history in college.
Well, I think the
That was
great
like
thing
me in
about history
Spanish.
class is like you learn it all and then you forget it the next year, so you can just keep
I felt
relearning
bad
it.
because I know Austin would love this topic.
Yeah.
History is just such a fun thing to.
I think it's an interesting topic. It's just not. I'm not good at remembering anything, so
Yeah, you-
that's why it's always interesting because I learn something and I just keep relearning it.
Yeah, you had a friend that was really into Civil War, and had like books about it.
Oh yeah, he loved all that shit. He loved the Civil War. I think he went to Civil War reenactments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a coworker that did that too. That was really into reenactments, and it actually looks like a ton of fun.
Reenacting Civil War.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the civil. Like I would just say the reenactments.
Like lynching
in the
people
first
is
place?
pretty fun, yeah.
No, that reminds me of the Eric Andre.
Oh,
When he runs, and Eric Andre skate, and he runs, and it's like a Civil War site or something, and he runs on as a slave,
Oh, he's a slave, he's like,
escaped
"Run."
slave, and there's
A bunch of guys
it's
chasing.
it's terrible.
Civil War. So
Eric Andre, yeah, but yeah, he does reenactments, and I think one that would be really interesting is like a Vietnam reenactment.
Vietnam.
Yeah,
Good morning, Vietnam.
you hear the choppers
Vietnam
going.
was pretty nasty though.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's why like
that was
the
bad.
reenactment would
Yeah,
be.
I was talking about it like on Wednesday with one of my professors and all his friends and such that were like drafted and how they avoided it.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. I feel like we're really oriented here, but as guys, I think that's naturally what we cater towards more in history.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because also
Well, honestly,
it
it's just
changes,
much-
it
it's
changes
more
a lot
interesting.
of, like what the flow of history and everything, which is why it's so interesting. Like thinking about like how small battles shape the world because of like one side
Yeah.
or the other. Like you think Stalingrad and shit like that, or not Lexington. I'm trying to think of the Revolutionary War, but like there's just a change in tide, and it's really cool.
How we fucked up Japan by dropping 2 atomic
Oh,
bombs.
God.
That is so
That was
fucked.
so
that
fucked
is
up.
the one
That
decision
was
that
so
is
fucked up.
always like, damn, did we go too far?
Did we go too far with two atomic bombs?
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
the first one was too far.
Yeah.
I think the
the
first
first
one
The
was-
first one was too far. The
He
second
didn't
one was
back
just
down.
overkill.
The whole thing was
Bitching
that
of it
we
was
were gonna
too-
be like, we're about to nuke you. Do you want to surrender? No. We nuked them once. They still didn't want to surrender. Nuked them again, and they finally said
Yeah.
after they saw the aftermath of that shit,
See,
they're like,
why would you do
"Fuck
that to your people? Like, somebody threatened to atomic bomb me.
Well,
I'm fucking surrendering.
Japanese
That shit.
culture is a lot of honor.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay.
this-
Yeah,
don't wanna
Imperial
surrender.
Japan
It's cultural
easily would
thing.
never.
But
have
after
got to
two
that.
atomic bombs,
No, they just saw the destruction of the country and what it actually did to parts of
and there's
the
no
nation.
defense from it. They couldn't
Exactly,
stop
yeah.
it.
yeah.
I read a book about. I think we all read that book, Radioactive, about how
Mm-hmm.
what
Yeah,
happened.
so
yeah.
People who got like bombed. That,
that
shit.
was
It still
So
affects
yeah.
the nature or like the trees and stuff around.
Yeah, how
it.
it's the
everything grows.
darkest day in human history.
One
Damn,
of probably,
Truman.
yeah.
I like yeah. What would you say is
I mean, like
Another
how much
darker-
has taken the most life?
Probably
like the
Like
biggest
instance.
impact on all
I
human
don't think
history?
there is one because that was
That started
that
nuclear
was
age.
crazy.
That's
Everyone
what,
wanted to have them.
yeah.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to get fucking double.
The ability
like
to
that.
kill the most people at once.
Yeah, in an instant.
Wow. So all these topics
all
are
go-
pretty-
they all go together.
Ceremonies was pretty good until you talked about your divorced wives.
Yeah.
that's a happy time for me. And no, I've come out of that though.
I mean,
I
there's
don't
good
want that life
history too.
anymore.
There's plenty of it, like
Oh, yeah.
like civil
Yeah.
rights activists and all. And
My
such
history's
like
trash,
that.
but like
Yeah.
Getting
general
good-
history is good.
What are you talking about, Quincy? We had a great history.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had a great history.
Yeah.
Everything else
Well,
was so
you
great.
can have like
Hey.
a good history of friends, like friends that you might not talk to anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
but you had, like, a good
You're
run
talking
with,
about
you know.
personal history.
I'm not thinking of like a personal account with myself, but I'm just saying like,
Wouldn't it be weird to see yourself in a history book?
yeah.
And think about what they would have to describe.
I'm
it.
gonna
Think
say,
about
what
his-
the fuck did I do so wrong? Why I'm in a history book?
Think about the history books in the next 10
Yeah.
years, how they're going to have, like, all this
Donald
shit
J.
going
Trump,
on.
the
They're gonna
first
have
black
VCU's
president.
campus, a lot of people protesting on it.
Oh no, they ain't going to
Yeah,
history
cool.
books.
That's going to be a big part.
That's gonna be cool. We can look at the compass, the bird's eye view of the compass.
There's a protest every day on VCU campus about one thing or another.
That's fine.
Hey, we're still on history, so I'm gonna keep it
It's
to
called
that.
a freedom of speech, Daniel.
It's called dumb speech.
This is
There you
America,
go. Nice.
and we're allowed to say what we
Zinger
want to
right
say
there.
when we
Yeah.
want to say it.
And that's not always a good thing either.
Yeah.
But
People.
everyone has the right to.
Yeah. Everyone does.
Well,
That's the point.
Mhm.
But it's fun. I really like. I think I should probably read more about it. Like I love like just.
I think everyone should learn their own country's history.
Yeah.
I think
especially,
everybody
like,
should watch Back to the Future.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, that's
Good trilogy.
honestly. Don't go to skip if you have class and like history, U.S. history, or anything. Don't go. Just watch Back to the Future.
Exactly. It gives you everything
Ancient
you need to know in
Aliens
that one.
will actually be a better.
Yeah. Don't watch the
It's on the History Channel, so
Oh,
that's how you know it's
yeah,
real.
that's right. That's
It's the
That's
actual
the meme dude.
I forgot. Oh wait, that's the aliens guy.
aliens.
But no, if you get like a good professor who knows what he's talking about, who knows the subject.
Oh, it's so
you know,
interesting.
it's so
Yeah.
interesting. Like when I took the civil rights movement class, it was very intriguing.
Because they'll include so many
Yeah.
facts that they won't teach in the books,
Exactly.
and like small thing or like small significant figures that you
Right.
don't learn about.
Like, I didn't
But
know
that's
how
also-
late Norfolk schools integrated. They didn't
Mhm.
integrate until like the 70s.
That's like the one thing about history though is it's like record keeping was so scarce. Even the like cultures that did keep good records, like it's still a skewed perspective. So like you never really truly know your history.
Well, there's that
Which
said
is why
that
we
the
always repeat
history
it,
is
right?
written by winners.
Oh, you mean like the losers never get a say?
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
mean,
always one sided.
yeah.
Yeah, no, completely.
Well, the Nazis destroyed a lot of the like Jewish population's records.
Hell, the British tried to destroy a bunch of the U.S.'s. Well, I guess we weren't really the U.S. we're still the colonies during the War of 1812
yeah.
when they burned down the White House and such.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, if you want to destroy someone, you destroy their culture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How can you have a future without a past? Ooh.
wow, I should give you an award for that one, huh?
I think I would. Fuck.
so
Take
bad.
And,
I don't deserve it.
and Captain
You
gosh.
fucked up the transition.
well, our
Skip
fourth,
the topic.
Our fourth topic is actually awards.
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 Something that.
Something Drake gives out, you know, right?
Trophies.
So he gives out
Trophies.
awards to strippers. It's the funniest.
Is that
shit
what the?
ever.
Wait, is this
that
a-
what
Yeah,
it is?
he gives like strippers. He retires their jerseys and the rappers at the strip club.
That's hilarious.
That's Drizzy right there.
yeah, that sounds.
That is a dedication. To
I was
strip
more
clubs.
thinking of the song Grammys, where he says he gives out his own.
Not
Grammys.
trophies.
Not the song trophies that he made.
Is trophies? the
We
one
don't
where
have
he
any
says he-
awards. That trophies. Trophies.
I was talking about Grammys because he says he
You
gives
think I
out
won a
his own.
Grammy?
I mean,
Yeah. Is that-
okay?
they don't take a award.
I'll just say Aaron.
Thank you. Anyway,
got
have you
you.
guys watched award shows recently?
No,
I don't watch
I never
that
do.
anymore. That's
I
all
think we
superficial
watched
bullshit.
whichever one was going on.
All them shits are
Spring
fucking
break.
rigged.
I watched the Adult Swim on cinema at the cinema Oscars special.
What?
It's so it's like you know Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
Eric Warheimer. No, it's Tim Heidecker, and his co-host Greg Turkington, who was actually in the Ant-Man movie.
Oh, cool.
He was the boss.
Yeah.
That fired him.
funny.
I love they have a show on YouTube on Cinema at the Cinema, and it's by Adult Swim, and it's the funniest shit. And they did an Oscar special, but it's like it's just the worst. It's the most cringeworthy thing to watch. It's unbelievable.
How many awards have y'all won? Like total, Aaron?
Like over a lifetime.
Yeah, like just awards you won. Period.
We went undefeated in one of my rec league basketball teams.
Ooh, we the center.
Who's
What
I
were
was
you?
not the biggest player on that team.
Really?
Actually, I had an orchestra concert on our final game, so I couldn't go. But they like
Wow,
crushed the other
priorities.
team. I still won the trophy.
Yeah, that's all that matters. And you got a piece party
But
too, right?
do you win that though?
Yeah, I also won like
Do you really win that?
I've won. I don't know. I don't really think I can't really think of all the awards I got. I got really cool awards. Like one of my favorite awards are like those like cheesy awards. you get, like,
Participation.
middles. Those cheesy awards you
No,
get
AR
like, and
the AR
middle
awards.
and middle and high school where they're like most likely to or stuff like that. Those awards.
I'm talking about like the superlative
That's not
shits.
fair. I got most likely to be an artist, most likely to be a comedian.
Really? Then so they were just
Comedian.
they were just
They
handing
said
those out then.
comedian.
Yeah.
Have
I
they
mean,
heard
were
your
just handing
puns?
those out to anyone then,
Oh my
right?
God, no. This is a class voting.
Are you sure?
We're talking to the man that made
We-
Michelle Obama laugh once.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah, come on.
You need
Let's
that
put some respect on his
the
name.
nervous laugh.
I
Yeah.
wasn't nervous. She was like,
Oh, looks like you're the tallest one in the group.
The forced fake laugh.
it was real.
How about you, Danny?
It was real.
How many
Awards.
I won a few like awards. Oh, okay. So I won a Dare Award in 5th grade because I did a drawing for it. It was like
Right.
yeah, and so I won that.
It was a joint, and you crossed next to it, and you had a sad
No.
dad.
I still remember the picture. It was a half and half picture. It was your life on drugs and your life without drugs, and one was like a businessman walking down the street.
I would love.
And then it was the same guy in the same background scene, but it was like him all drugged out and like
Wow.
asking for money.
That's what drugs do to you.
Yeah,
He was black too. I
Crazy.
remember that.
he was not black. He was actually a white guy, and he had red hair. I remember this.
How about
I
you,
did-
Zach? Oh, sorry. go
Wow,
ahead.
that's the only
Yeah, go
award
ahead,
I
bro.
only won. Yeah, no, I did that. I won a couple more like small art things in middle school, and then in high school I won one, like a semester one, and then there was like track medals.
Okay.
I won.
How many track medals do you have? Danny Fast.
I have a few. I have them all at home.
Third place, fourth place, third place.
No,
third place,
mostly
fifth
second place, sadly. A couple first
Damn,
and a
you're not
third.
first, you're last.
Not true.
No, that's
about you,
actually
Z?
completely true.
How about you, Z Money?
I actually got the Dare Award for the essay.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. Got a shit ton of like soccer trophies, swim medals.
You look a swimmer.
Yeah.
Blondes like to swim. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
You really what?
No, seriously.
What is Michael Phelps?
I don't know.
He's a brunette.
Doesn't mean because he's.
I don't know.
I feel like
Just
you're.
because he's good doesn't mean he's the only swimmer.
I feel like you're mostly speaking from like 757.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
Okay.
My
Yeah, that's why. I
experience.
said
like all the blondes down there surfing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I won a bunch of fucking basketball trophies, like participation
Yep.
trophies.
Yep. That's got the same thing.
Yeah, I got one football championship trophy. No, two actually. One in Michigan and one in Chesapeake.
I have
Fun
to
fact:
track
the
for
running back
middle
of that
school.
team was Jonathan Allen, the defensive end for the Washington Redskins.
Do you think?
Oh.
Do you think kids should be handed participation awards?
Fuck no.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good.
They need to learn to
award
lose.
topic.
Fuck no. They need to learn to lose.
Yeah, no,
You're not gonna win. You're not gonna get a trophy
It's real dumb.
for losing in real life.
Yeah.
You have
it's
to
not
know
gonna
that
happen.
you have to compete because if you
Exactly.
always get a participation trophy, you'll never try.
So
Exactly.
if you were a teacher and say you cared for all your kids and
Right.
something, and then you gave out like 5 awards in a
Right.
group of 20,
Mhm.
so 15 kids are left out or something,
That's
Okay.
fine.
They'll be
They
a
lost
first, second,
out.
third.
and that's
Try
it.
harder
So-
next time.
Now what if their
Apply
parents
yourself.
what if their
Work
parents
harder.
came up to you? Would you just say that?
I would tell that. To
I
them.
give accreditation to people who deserve it. I'm not going to give
Yeah.
an award to someone
Exactly.
who hasn't done any effort, like committed any
Yeah.
effort.
Oh, I
Exactly.
fully agree.
If
I
you
was
don't put
just
the
like-
work, if you
No,
don't,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
I get you.
If you don't put the work in, like you can't get the award. You can't.
Yeah, it's dumb. You don't just deserve something from showing up.
So,
Exactly.
but do you think people should still get credit for trying then, or do you think you should only get credit?
You
Or,
can get-
Well,
knowledge
okay,
for
there is
trying.
an award for like comeback player of the year, right? And
Exactly.
it's like effort, like that. It's
Yeah.
something like if someone like consistently fails at a point, but they're obviously trying, and then it gets this, like a huge like change from where they started. That's something that's like.
is
worthy
that
of an
not
award.
just participation then?
No?
No.
That is some one person
That's
award.
that's overcoming adversity,
Yeah.
working hard to get back to where you
That
were.
is a
at
one
once.
person
Ooh,
award.
Quincy, that
for
was
someone
nice.
who- yeah,
You know what I'm
something like Quincy said.
know what I'm saying? Why you gotta end it like that?
Because Peyton Manning, comeback player of the year, Broncos.
But exactly what I'm saying, comeback player of the year. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
It's someone who shows effort consistently, not necessarily does the best in the class or one of the top in the class, but they change so much from where they started to where they ended.
I always said my
So like
kid
a
got
progress
trophy.
award, like
Yeah.
overall progress. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Most
I always said my
Most
kid got a
improved is the
participation
second
trophy. I'd probably throw it away, but I wouldn't do it in a mean way. I'd just be like, listen, in this house you got to earn your trophies. You have to actually do
Oh, I'd keep
something.
them.
to
I'd
win
keep
your
them. I
trophies.
just would not keep them as on display.
So
Nah, you gotta put 'em in the
if
basement or
If
something.
your kid
Yeah.
got a participation award, would you praise them or would you just say something? Oh, like good job, and then kind of leave it at
No,
that?
I'll
would
say
be
good job. You did a
teach
good
'em.
job, but just next time try hard. The next time if you
It would
try
be a
harder,
good cop, bad cop
you can
thing,
actually
right?
win.
Like, you did good out there, you know,
Like
You
just don't
did
settle.
good, kid,
but you didn't do enough.
but you fucked it up.
Just be like, don't
Then
settle
snap the trophy
for the
and then throw
participation
it
trophy.
Right in
Don't
front of
stop
them.
until you step on their fucking throats.
staying in this house.
Don't stop till you step on their fucking necks and you take that championship back from them.
The dog's sleeping inside.
Doc, it's your bed tonight.
Go out in the house. Please.
That'd be pretty good.
Next time you go out there, you step on their fucking throats.
Yeah.
And you take that fucking award.
You fuck them
You
bitches
take
up.
that shit.
No L's today.
No L's.
Speaking of L's,
Your father
L's.
took a lot of L's in his
What do-
life.
what do you-
You
what
will
do
not
y'all
take
think?
L's.
modern slang has changed a bit, huh?
Holy fuck! Why do you talk like that?
Oh,
Transition.
Hello, fellow kids. Fellow kids.
Ooh.
Hello there, fellow kids.
You
Hello
did
there,
the most-
homies.
I mean, but honestly, I think one of the coolest things about our day and age is how it's not even just like not even just locations have different slang. Even internet, like different internet sites.
Well,
Have
a lot of
slang.
people get that.
Troll.
So what
And
are?
it's so.
Oh,
I'm sorry. 2007 just knocked on the door. so I'm
Sorry, I was
trying
just trying to interrupt you.
to- No, but like,
Fuck you all.
I think slang's a real cool thing that kind of like shows. It's a
slang
bit in
dick?
its own culture. What?
First beef.
What?
He just said slang dick.
That's 2 beeps.
You can't say that?
No, I won't believe that.
Why? Is that a bad
Yeah,
thing?
they're fine. But
You're good.
yeah, slang.
alright.
You know, slang. Queen slang.
Slang in the pipe.
Queen.
Laying down the pipe.
Slay.
We got yes.
Oh
Lit.
my
I
god.
think like one.
Michael B.
Lit.
Jordan, right?
Michael B. Jordan.
Daddy. I know like what?
yours.
No, that's
I
not
don't
just mine.
understand.
Xannies.
Where did that come from? Like, why do girls like they call?
It's
Is that always been like the
Daddy. Yeah.
thing? Nah, fuck no. You ain't
What
call.
do you mean?
I ain't your
It's like
daddy.
me- you just-
I ain't your
yeah,
daddy.
it
I
was
ain't
so
your daddy. No, I didn't give birth to you. I wasn't involved in that.
Okay.
It's not saying when you call someone baby, you don't mean a literal baby.
I don't
Hey.
call nobody baby.
You
You
never
don't
call
I
someone
call them by
baby.
their name.
Babe.
No, that's
So
I'm
you don't-
lying.
you don't
I'm
do
lying.
nicknames
I'm
or anything?
I'm lying.
He doesn't.
I'm lying.
I'm lying.
God damn, I'm lying.
It's all about
Sorry, forget that
context.
shit.
Quincy says your first, middle, and last name.
I do that.
It's all
Yeah, people,
context.
I've been talking to girls who like go by nicknames. I'm like, no, I'm not calling you. I'm calling you a full name.
Dang.
I'm different.
Well, Aaron, I know what Zach, you too, because Pittsburgh, but like slang is like yens, jag
Washer.
off. Yeah.
Yep. Got you. Oh, those are the best.
7'5".
I know, like-
What's this one? Yeah.
Nova, like ratchet and shit like that.
Oh God, Nova. Well, saying Nova itself is slang, and then
Y'all said Ratchet and Nova?
Yeah.
Because y'all don't even know what the fuck Ratchet was.
Racheta.
get out of here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we didn't actually.
Rich
Yeah.
bastards.
Y'all,
Bet.
yeah,
Bet.
bet.
No, that's
Y'all is not
7'5".
modern slang. Y'all has been like around forever.
That's just like since
Okay,
George
well,
Washington.
yeah.
George Washington came out of the womb saying
We
y'all.
got we got bad.
I don't get no sleep because of
Yo,
y'all.
I got a bad.
Y'all get no sleep because of me.
That's pretty good.
Gypped. We just
What
got
about-
gypped.
Gypped is not.
Oh,
new
okay.
slang.
No, and then there's the difference between like soda and pop. This is more
Soda
just
pop,
pop.
yes.
Yeah.
That is the thing.
That's not a thing.
South
It's
is
soda.
That,
That's a
no,
very
that's
South Florida
definitely. You go up
If you
north
call
and
me
say
saying
soda,
pop, you
people are
get
gonna
pop.
say what?
Modern slang, by the way.
I wish somebody come to me and say pop. You can get popped in the mouth.
All right. Well, Quincy. Zach. What would you say is like good for modern slang?
Dad, bro fist.
Dab. Okay. Dab.
Lit.
Is
I said lit
that's just
before,
a-
but
a
lit
trend that
definitely.
needs to
Can
go
we
to
just say
hell.
that Cam?
Dab.
Cam
You walk up-
Dabbing is so good.
You walk up to any little kid and you
No,
go,
Cam
oh,
didn't
shit,
shut
that's
that.
lit. And they'll be like, yeah, lit. Yeah, woo.
You ever dab with a kid before? Like get a kid to dab?
No.
Well, that's like swag.
Wow.
Every time,
Aaron, why
every
would you
time
want a
you
kid to
dab,
dab?
a
No,
puppy
I'm saying
dies.
like, would that be cringy if like someone our age?
It's all crazy.
Yes,
To a kid.
Aaron, every time you dab, it's cringy.
No. I've done.
What do you mean,
dabbing.
no?
Aaron,
So it is.
Wait,
It is.
Aaron,
I've
it's
dabbed
very
upside down.
cringy because
I've
you're so
dabbed in
stiff
different
with
It's,
it.
countries.
it's bad. and
You
it's
have no
awkward.
rhythm with your dab.
Aaron-
I dabbed on
New
boats.
spin on
I've dabbed
dabbing.
on planes.
I dabbed on boats. I dabbed on planes. I dabbed on cars. I dabbed on trains.
I
There you
dad on
go.
your bitch.
There we go. That's a dab I haven't done. Yet.
Aaron's childhood book. Like,
Aaron, you haven't dabbed while you climax, dude?
why you always gotta break shit up like that, Quincy?
Because
That's so-
I'm me.
Every time you just do something fucked up, I'm me. Like,
That
Go
sounds
Quincy,
Think about
that's
what
my
time this is at,
Quincy.
so I can believe it.
So next time I say something,
But,
I'm not
yeah,
doing
this
it.
one, oh god.
Yeah, no.
I'm just gonna reel off names then. You had to bleep it.
Slang's good. I think internet slang's also an interesting thing. where you get,
Memes.
like- okay, but honestly,
I hate
yes.
hearing that word now.
The word memes. Oh god, I hate it. I like seeing it
Memes?
online is one thing. Hearing someone say the word memes to me, I just lose it.
You know,
What about
Skipper,
memes?
I'll never understand these millennials and those memes.
Did you
That's
see
another
that,
slang
did you
term,
see that
millennials.
frog meme yesterday? That's fucking
That
funny.
Trump frog.
Did you see that Trump? Oh, that Trump support. Yeah, I forgot about that.
PP.
AP.
What is this? PP the
Zach, you
frog?
want the fly
I think he's a Jiffy
No,
Lube
no,
or
no,
something.
that was not Pepe. That was that boy.
Your
That
aunt
was that
Sally
boy.
sent me the Jiffy Lube.
Hey, it's
the
a
GIF?
I said a
sad boy.
PP. Zach went to find with a pee-pee. That's what I said.
Your mom sends you a meme. Hey, look at this meme I found today.
Aaron, I
If my
blame,
mom ever sent me a
it's
meme,
like a minion meme too.
if my mom ever sent me a meme, she gets blocked.
When you're having a happy day,
If
and
you
you
listen-
it's Friday.
If you listen to mom, hey mom, you listen. If you send me a meme, you're getting blocked.
It's Garfield. It's Garfield, but there's like,
Hey, 30 years later, you got a funeral. Yes, you had to send me that shit.
I haven't talked to her in 30 years.
they don't even have like a white box above it. They just have white letters on top of the image. Like no effort.
Aaron, I blame fucking normies.
Yeah. Normies.
Normies
we-
Normandy.
Normies are
France?
Yeah. It's
I'll take it
normies.
back.
affected the internet culture now.
I would love
It's,
to.
it's how popular internet's become. Like
Yeah.
back then, like in the early 2000s, the internet was just like this super like low key place. Everyone made fun of the people on it, and you make it famous again. Everyone loves it. Like Star Wars coming back. Like no one fucking loves Star Wars. Everyone who loves Star Wars is a fucking geek.
What?
Back then, yeah.
Yeah.
Back then.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
back
most
then.
Same thing, it's like
And
Marvel
now
and
it's
stuff.
like it's everyone.
Now everyone
wears-
loves
yeah,
it.
'cause you're a
Star Wars
geek.
cosplay.
Oh my god,
The anime shit too.
Yep.
Everybody loves anime now.
On the topic of slang though, like I would love to go back in time and see slang throughout like history.
Oh, you want to
and-
go back to the?
Say it, Zach.
I'm not gonna say shit.
We about to say the good old days, Zach.
No.
South
I was trying to think of like the time period that
Because we all
No,
if
say, like,
we
racism was
talk about
alive.
history, y'all know the South gonna rise
Like,
again.
I want to know some like funny slang from
was
like the
supposed to say
Renaissance
that.
period.
That's all right.
Okay. Yeah. You mean like
Like the 80s.
my wench?
My winch. What's up,
Speak
my
up.
winch?
Everyone-
What's up, my winch?
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
Dude, the
You're
80s,
so
like
naughty.
tubular, like when cool was a thing.
Tubular.
Oh yeah, that's
Tubular.
like you're a cool cat. That my grandpa still says
that
that.
why he said it like that?
The
No, he
bee's
literally
knees.
said it exactly
The
like
bee's
that.
knees.
that?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
No,
Tibby's
you gotta
meat.
put some flavor on that shit. You said you a cool cat.
I think
Put some
mine
flavor
had
on
more
that
flavor
shit.
than yours.
No, I don't think yours had any flavor.
I think yours had like salt and
You had to
pepper, and
stretch
mine
out
had
the
some
cool, though.
seasonal.
You a
The
cool cat.
There you go. Hey.
That's sauce. That shit.
Sauce is one.
It says 97.5 radio.
Cheese,
Or like-
I'd say cheese is one of our personal ones.
Who's the one guy who only used slang? Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
Oh yeah.
Classics.
I love that movie.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
That's good. But yeah. So it's fun. I think slang's great. Although there's not slang for it.
Oh no! Bad
Say it.
transition.
Eating disorders.
Bad transition.
Man, if I had to think
I can't laugh at this
One,
shit. man.
one, I'm pretty sure there probably are, and then two, the worst transition ever from a fun subject to something.
I'm trying to
very-
work it, man.
Hey man, fun fact in
emotionally-
college, eating disorders happen because you're broke.
No,
Yeah, I would say
that's not the
no.
only reason eating
They happen
disorders.
because people. They happen because
Quincy,
people hate the way
really?
they look and their body images. They think
Uh-oh.
they're terrible.
Eating disorder. There's a if you have Netflix or you have access to Netflix, one good show to watch about eating disorders is To the Bone, and it gives the story about I believe it's a
girls.
huh?
For the girls.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
there's
it's
also
not
a
only
movie with the one lady.
Yeah, it's about a bulimic
Oh,
teenager.
it's a Netflix movie.
It's a Netflix
Yeah.
movie.
Okay, yeah.
It's really good. It's pretty powerful. It's good because the one thing that a lot of people with eating disorder, everyone's like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? Let me fix you. Let me do all this."
Or
But
just,
they
like, eat more and stuff. Like
yeah,
that.
eat more. And what you don't get is like this person is going through something emotionally, and so like just saying all that stuff, all it does is really make it worse and make them want to do something. Like think when you really don't want to do something and people keep telling you to do it. All
Yeah.
you want to do is do it less. So
Yeah.
people never understand. They just think something's wrong with this person. They never actually like think about how this person might be feeling. And I think this movie does a really good job at like actually like portraying someone with an eating disorder and how they get fed up with stuff and the stuff they go through and actually what makes them happy.
I mean, I think this is. It's kind of hard to just specifically talk about eating disorders. I think a lot of it is easier to go broader and think of body image itself, because that's a lot where some of it stems from in terms of you have emotional trauma, which is like one aspect, but also body image
Self-esteem
and
all-
self-esteem, which is a huge issue. Like if you think about like modern fashion trends and just the idea of beauty in our day and age, and I think talk about several times like Instagram models and such like that.
Yeah, my senior year of high school, I used to skip meals because I didn't want to gain the weight back that I lost.
Well, I
from
think that's
junior year.
yeah. There's just I think self-image is always a thing that goes on. Like it surpasses just trends. I feel like throughout all of history that's happened, when women were supposed to be more plump and rounded. Think about this: women with high metabolisms that couldn't, get larger and everything.
Or you mean like corsets and the like?
Yeah, I feel like there's always. I mean, men are supposed to be big and bodybuilders and everything and have this heroic shape. So when you're skinny, or most men, it's like a drop in self-esteem because you look skinnier.
Right.
Yeah. Like I think when I first had the wrong idea when I went to gym. I started going to gym freshman year. Like as soon as I got here, because I was like, man, this is like the idea. I wanted that big image and like kind of the not necessarily frat boy look, but I kind of like thought like the generic college
The strong,
like big, curly, like
Yeah.
shit like that. So that's what initially. I think that's why I stopped going for a bit because I did it a lot for image, but now I'm doing it because I love how I feel.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love going to the gym because every time it gives me this feeling where I hate it, but at the same time I love it.
Yeah, it's like me and running. I love running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I feel like shit while I'm doing it, but after like
but
when you get that runner's high.
Yeah, but what comes from it is also like is good diet, and that's also where something that's hard for a lot of people is knowing how to eat right.
Yeah, man, that Salisbury steak got recalled.
And that can go down to your economic position too.
Mm-hmm.
Lower economic people have less access to healthy foods.
Or like food
That's the point
deserts
I was
where you
making
have
earlier.
like absence
Yeah.
of good healthy food, so you're stuck with eating like things that are just like a bunch of saturated fats. Or I forget which one is bad. I think it's saturated fats are real bad for you. And then also just like general fast food and such, like you have nothing else to eat. That's all you can get to, and that's like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really hinders a lot of people, and it also like some people just eat bad calories or eat less of it because they hate the taste of it and shit.
Yeah.
Or like vegetarians who go to a place and they like can't eat anything.
Yeah.
And like limited options and such. So
Well, I think the concept of body image is really interesting. Like, with eating outdoors and everything that we talked about, because there kind of needs to be this balance. Because if you don't care about it at all, then you might getting in a bad place and be unhealthy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't care at all, you might just have bad hygiene, and like
Yeah.
if you don't give a shit at all, it's just gonna be kind of gross. But if you care too much, you might have something like an eating disorder or have even more unhealthy traits
right.
because you want to have this ideal image. I think the good in between is to know something that you would strive to want to be, but not physically hurt yourself or emotionally drain yourself to not completely live up to that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, when I look at my body image, like, there's certain body traits that go based off what I want to look like, and I'll like ask around like on like forums and such, like I actually do that. Like how long it should take to get to that, like at a healthy rate, and it's like it takes this long, and so now I know like if I'm overexerting myself or really trying to get to something, how long it would take, and if I need to like slow down, eat more, eat less, or whatever. Because it's important to know how much you're eating and like why you're eating everything, and like if you're working enough to justify what you have.
Yeah.
And such like that. So it's nice to keep in track, and I actually got a calorie tracker specifically for that. It's also not so much for like what.
I'm not laughing at you getting one. I'm laughing at our conversation about our calorie intake from Cookout and McDonald's.
Oh, but yeah, I mean it's a good it's easy it's easy food to eat, and like, but yeah, it's just in terms of like I want to know what I'm eating, and I should keep track of that because it's important to me.
Yeah.
Because to stay healthy, you gotta know what you're doing.
I think one thing nobody ever talks about is the other side of the eating disorder, when people eat too much.
Yeah.
Like you mean like
they get,
obesity rates and
really
such?
big, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not good at
Well,
all.
I think there's a double standard that like if you eat too little, like if you're looking at models, there's less of a shame for it
Yeah.
than there is for fat shaming.
Yeah.
And I think both are wrong. Obviously, I don't think either one should be encouraged.
No.
To be honest.
You shouldn't be too fast. Too
But-
skinny. You should be the perfect weight for yourself.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
gonna make you
I think
happy.
just a healthy one.
That's what BMI.
I don't think you should be shamed, but I also don't think it should be looked down upon, if you know what I mean. Like, don't shame a person for being the way they are, but don't, like, you can't. I don't know. It's so tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just be like,
That's why.
oh, you're heavy. You should lose some weight, because that's what we were talking about,
Yeah.
being like.
They're not gonna
Like, I
do it
try not to
because
think
that's
about-
Yeah,
discouraging.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like when I never try to say anything about anyone outside of a gym, but the moment I get into a gym, I'm like happy and encouraged. Like I feel like silently encouraging all the people that are there that are obviously either underweight or overweight, and really trying to work.
Because
out
they're
and
all in
stuff.
that
'Cause
place
they're all
together. Yeah.
in that place together. And it's real nice. Like it honestly makes me like work harder when I see all these people putting in the effort to actually like improve themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it makes me satisfied for some reason. But
That's why I watched The Biggest Loser.
yeah, you watch
yeah.
it. Do you watch it on a computer?
No, I used to watch it like at home. Then I used to go to the gym.
Well, that's interesting because computers nowadays have good streaming services.
Computers do.
Oh,
fucking
Transition.
What's the next topic,
It's
Aaron?
weird. It's almost like you read that off of a
wow.
computer.
Computers, man. Actually,
Computers.
no one here has a PC setup, right?
Nope.
I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
Probably
Uh,
after graduation.
My roommate has a PC rig, and it honestly makes me so jealous because it's so cool seeing like the process going behind building.
Did
a
he build his
computer.
own?
Yeah, he built his own tower.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Like it's just like the little mechanics and all the tools and such.
It's
like,
it's not that hard to do either.
Yeah, you learn about a lot of things
Yeah,
like soldering
on the
and
way,
such.
yeah.
It's really nice.
Doing a lot of the research and then actually building it yourself is really
Danny's
cool.
too much of an,
Do they have you- how
an
to go on
Xbone
YouTube?
fan to ever get one of those though.
Get a what?
Plus
A PC.
he's an Apple fan.
What does that have to do with Xbox?
No, I mean usually a lot of people get like good PCs
For gaming?
specifically for gaming.
I have an
People have not. I doubt people spend a lot of money, except for I guess like a Mac desktop.
Yeah.
But even then, that's primarily for like
Editing or
art and shit.
other
I have an
shit.
Xbox, which is somewhat of a supercomputer, kind of. For
Facts,
two
sure.
reasons. It runs internet.
Facts.
It can do games.
Wow, that's fast.
I'm saying a computer.
smart-
Compare that to something.
My smartphone does more than your Xbox.
Oh no, shit! It's a fucking smartphone. But what I'm saying is, it has more technology. The Xbox has more technology for like as a computer. If you wow, I cannot. I'm saying
had
like
your back.
You wanna cash in now,
compare the
there, buddy?
technology in an Xbox to a computer like 15 years ago.
What? So you're saying the Xbox is so behind? You have to
The
I'm not
Xbox
saying-
One
but
is
one's a
behind the
gaming
Xbox
console and then
original?
one's a computer. I'm saying it still has a lot of. Fuck you guys.
He's saying that the Xbox One has computer qualities now. They're saying that that's been added to it. So.
Right. What Danny's still saying is that the Xbox is still so behind that
It's not behind because one's not. It's not supposed to be a
You
computer.
compare it to a computer from. 15
I'm saying
years
because
ago.
it has the same qualities, but it's not supposed to be one.
But
That's
with
not a good
gaming,
thing.
that's what he's saying.
You're saying
Thank you,
it's an old
Quincy.
computer with games.
You know, because you're just trying to be an asshole. You're not trying to hear me out.
You have a 360 at your house, you piece of shit.
Yeah, because it's fucking a video player. I don't use it
It's
for
a-
anything besides Netflix and Amazon. I have a-
All I'm saying
laptop.
is you can get a PC now that'll destroy any console.
No, actually, because of Bitcoin data mining.
No, it's starting to come back though.
Is it?
Yeah.
'Cause those video.
No, that was just
those
for the
graphics cards.
That was
were-
just because the scarcity of them. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a GTX that were random. Yeah.
yeah.
You guys know anything about PCs at all?
No, but I know the most important question here is how we watch porn without computers,
Phones.
Yeah, I was
Go-
gonna say just phones.
but without
Tablets.
technology.
Oh,
period.
you go back to magazines.
Magazines,
Are you
Playboy.
saying,
Imagination?
hold on, are you saying
Yeah,
in an
what-
apocalyptic
all you have to
setting,
think
how
about-
do we watch porn?
All you have
Yes.
to think about is how did they do it before?
Because you're not in my
computers.
apocalypse group.
Why not?
Yeah.
You would be. You would have to worry about porn. and I
Aaron's,
would be
you're
like,
not in mine.
I don't care. I don't want to be in yours. You're
I'll
gonna
be by
get
myself.
everyone
I don't
killed.
need any of you guys.
Yeah, except for me.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna run a cult and I'm gonna kill your ass.
I know I'm gonna die. I'm gonna sit there in my crib just playing porn until I die.
That is.
Anyways.
Ooh.
Playing Xbox actually, not playing porn. It's like-
Bro, they're all- oh, you don't even use the internet.
No, I'd just be sad if.
oh, there's no internet in the apocalypse?
No.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna
Who's running
die.
that shit?
Talk
I'm gonna
about-
die
Who's running that
first.
shit? Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Gotta use your imagination, my brother.
Man,
my brother.
My
If computers were
imagination.
gone for a day, I think the world would lose its shit.
I wouldn't lose my
Yeah.
shit. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Go outside for once.
I'll probably actually
No,
go outside.
let's say it's 90
Thank you,
degrees.
Zach.
9 degrees? I'll go outside. I have to go outside. what the fuck am I gonna do inside?
I don't
You said
know.
Let's go
electricity or
outside
internet?
decade, so I
Read a
someone
book,
sweat.
Internet.
Oh,
Right,
yeah, I'd be
right.
fine.
I'd go for a
I'd be
nice
fine
jog
with
down
that.
Monument Avenue, run the cookout, get a nice shake.
You're
It is
gonna
possible.
run all the way down.
Well, I mean,
oh,
it's
yeah,
very
that's not that
possible.
far.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not.
like for the most
possible.
part, that was our lives when we were kids.
Just going outside, racing scooters
Like
and shit.
life
computers?
without internet. Yeah.
I was
I
just
still
I
was
was
just starting.
I still play a lot of video games on computer.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
did
but
too.
that was.
I was
Oh
like, when
man, I remember
older.
that Spider-Man for PC. Oh, that was one of my favorite
Old school
games.
RuneScape. Ooh.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah.
kept me indoors.
Nah, I was more simple. Microsoft Paint. Hell yeah,
How could you possibly have fun with Paint?
dude. That's
Basic Paint.
Paint's
I
fun
used
for like
Microsoft
5
Paint
minutes.
until freshman year of college when I switched to Illustrator.
You use Illustrator over Photoshop.
Yeah, all the time.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you know the difference, or you just?
Yeah, I know the difference.
Okay.
Illustrator is going to be vector imaging, and then Photoshop is pixels, and then, but like me, I only use Photoshop if I'm like editing like an image.
Yeah.
Or like
I use it
a
for-
photo, obviously,
yeah.
or like if I'm drawing on there. But
I use it for scans, and that's why I
yeah,
like it.
but like the only reason I'll do a digital sketch on there, is if I have a pen. I don't like doing it with a mouse like you do.
Oh no, I've switched to the tablet.
Yeah, but
it's so much smoother.
I basically did the stuff that you did on Paint.
Yeah. Well,
So-
do you have a tablet now? Like, how do you?
I don't have a tablet,
So you still use a mouse?
so that's why I basically don't do it unless
Okay.
I'm here at the library.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, computer drawing is fucking ass. And if you don't have the right tools. To do it.
Yeah, it's a pain.
I'm talking about I drew SpongeBob with my computer.
Is there any like business things you had to do, like job work things you had to do based on computers?
Yeah, I have to like edit all my video packages and shit on the computer. So
He has a portfolio
Yeah.
on the computer.
Oh, yeah.
I
too.
got a website designed by Danny Timbers.
Oh, nice. Throw in some respect.
Yeah, if
for
you want a
that.
website, you want to get a job,
N-
Danny Timbers do it for a fee.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Add the fee part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He ain't doing that shit for free.
Yeah.
No.
You don't get a family discount.
I mean,
You
website-
paid him to make your website?
Fuck no.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a friend
I
discount.
say you
right
could
Yeah.
literally just go to Squarespace.
I would
Squarespace
like
and
if
do
we
it.
weren't friends, I would do it because he did a great job.
Oh, you're saying we're sponsored by Squarespace now?
Dude,
No,
Oh, that
I
cookout was
wish we
good.
were.
I wish we were.
I said that cookout, you're good.
Wow.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, I got you quiet because I wanted everyone to hear that.
you. No, Aaron owes Zack cookout, so he just buy you two.
Yeah.
Yo, you.
Well, that's a real good statement because what is your worst fear?
Now you just give it up. That's not even. That's not even.
That's true because my worst fear is spending money. So
No, it's not.
That's
No, it's not.
That ain't your worst
Oh,
fear.
this is.
I know mine.
This is
right
real
up
honest.
from my
I
heart.
actually do want to hear all your honest.
all right, let's
responses.
go one by one. Who's up first?
I think you can't do some basic shit like dying or seeing my family die because I feel like that's just like no.
You're saying you can't
That's
be-
shit
So
everybody.
you're saying something that's specific to you.
Very specific. Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna give me a. It's gonna give me a bit. Of
Do
time.
you want to go around this way?
Well, I want to say, does anyone have like their?
Oh, I
right
know.
off the
I
bat?
know exactly.
And then
mine.
there you go.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Mine are gonna be. I have 3 things specifically. 2 of them are pretty much related. 1, anything cutting of the wrist. That shit freaks me the fuck out.
13 Reasons Why.
Oh yeah, I that was hard. That was very, very, very hard to watch. Anything cutting of the wrist or like elbows or something. But mostly the wrist. That freaks me. Oh, I can't even think about it. That and then the House of Wax ruined this created this fear for me is the cutting of the Achilles tendon.
Oh, watch the fucking Human Centipede too.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Say.
That shit, I can't even think about it because it messes me up big time. My third is fucking witches, and I'm not kidding.
Really?
Witches.
Not okay. No, because you're thinking of
Halloween Town.
like no, you're thinking of like that, like the cartoon witch. I'm thinking of like backwoods, some like creepy old
It's like
girl in a cave
not
eating
Wiccan, but like kind of the idea of like.
like the old fashioned
Yeah.
version of a witch.
Okay.
Like doing fucking dark
Salem?
magic, blood, ram's
Yeah.
heads and shit. Like and living in a cave with candles,
Like
like
Satanists?
creepy laugh. Yeah, but that's what a witch is. Like that eating fucking children shit. That shit.
Eating children shit.
Eating
Wow,
children.
that is evil.
Wow.
Yo,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
That's just a
if she
fetish.
eats,
I don't
if she-
know.
if she
Hands on
eats
Gretel,
it-
my
if she
nigga,
eats
hands
a
on
kid,
Gretel.
then she's probably eating all of it, and witches scary. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Okay. Damn, that's interesting.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't say I have a fear of anything like that. I think the one thing I have a fear of is, like, yeah. So I guess it's being unable to change something, like in a case of like stopping someone from being killed. That's one. That's like second, probably biggest fear. Third, every time I think I'm over it, needles. Every
Really?
single time I'll see one and I'm like, I'm gone, I'm fine. That scene in Pulp Fiction fucking makes me
Oh
lose it.
shit! Wait,
Oh.
when they stab her with the
The
adrenaline?
heroin.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
the-
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
let
They hit her with the
adrenaline
shot.
fine
when
because
they-
it does it
when
quick.
she- when they
When- yeah,
overdose?
yeah, when it's
Yeah.
slow. That.
Well, she
oh.
snorts it. She doesn't inject it.
No. Well, it's a scene where the slow motion needle goes into like the arm.
Oh, you're talking about that part.
Yeah, that part.
Okay.
That
part,
part.
when, like, he tried to revive her when, like, with the
Yeah, also
Where he
spoilers.
stabbed her.
Oh, if you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, it's a cult classic at this point. Just go see it.
Cold Fiction, actually.
cold fiction.
Shut up.
But yeah.
Orange Pulp Fiction.
I've actually gotten better with needles though, over time.
Number one is hard. Like I can't really think. Like honestly,
Did you just go 2, 3, 1?
Yeah. I wanted to add suspense.
Abstract VC Arts.
That's what he is.
VCU farts.
We do.
I get it's hard. I would say it's
If you know your second
Fear-
and third, how do you not know your first?
because I know my second and third guaranteed. Like those are easily none of those are top. Like I wouldn't be like needles aren't gonna make me lose my mind or like
Okay.
put me into panic. I think I think it's financial security. I guess would be one.
So like
It's
not
making
having money.
sure like because I want to have my kids have a good future. Like I want my life to be what my kids' life is like, where I'm able to do the things I want, make mistakes, and still be able to keep going. And that's like one like financial security is easily one of the biggest things I'd say. Especially for like knowing my family and like it's not something that's bad. Like my mom's side and my dad's side have it pretty okay. Like none of them are like too well or too bad. But it's just like at the same time, it's like for me personally, like I've loved my life and I've like it freaks me out every now and then when I think like I might not be enough to like support like kids or a family or anything at some point. So that is probably that's probably the number one fear.
I think I won't go on a tangent, but really quick since we're going through. I think that's one thing a lot of guys struggle with mostly too, because I think guys have the
Being supportive.
we even though we live in an age where we're supposed to consider men and women equal, we still live in an age where men are expected to be the providers for a family. They're expected to be the one who has makes a secure family and everything.
Right.
And so I think even as much as we consider men and women to be equal, that's one stressor that I think men have a little more than women do.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit, I ain't scared to ride nobody coattails. Hey, I'll be the house husband. Hey, you make that money, girl. I'll be up there cooking, cleaning the stove, cooking the broccoli, loading the dishes in the dishwasher,
Salisbury
doing the laundry. Come on now.
That was a pitch. Oh my god.
steak.
Woo,
The Salisbury steak, because then there was the thing from earlier today.
Yeah. Oh, so my
Zach,
gonna
what are your
be
three?
on my third
You do
one.
3?
Yeah, 3. Number 3 is drowning. I am terrified of drowning. I have nightmares about drowning.
Oh,
Just
shit.
like not being able to breathe is just like yeah.
You know what's
I
gonna
don't
make you
like
real
thinking
About that shit. What?
So when I was a kid, my cousins back in Pittsburgh, this guy was messing with my cousin, and they were upset, and they told me to like fight him or something. So I pushed him under the water, and he got out just in time not to like suffocate. And the lifeguard kicked me out of the pool, and my grandmother was so pissed with me. None of us realized the severity of the situation until we get a phone call about 2 weeks later, and the person I guess found out who it was. And she's like, my kid has had like nightmares of him drowning like every night for 2 weeks. And I was like, and she was so pissed with me, but I was like, oh shit. But I was a kid at this point, so I was like,
I almost drowned once. But back to Quincy.
But back to
Yeah.
Quincy.
Back to me. Number 2, snakes. I'm terrified.
I love
Oh,
snakes.
that's
I love snakes.
There's 2 things I have nightmares about is drowning and snakes. And I wake up, my heart's beating fast, and I can't go back to sleep.
And I guess the number one thing is love. I'm scared of love.
That's fair.
Yeah, because that shit can just go like that, and it just fuck that. To Zach.
Definitely something I've been scared my whole life is like killer dolls or killer like toys or something
Mhm.
like movies.
Like
Like
Chucky.
Chucky?
I've never seen it.
Oh
I refuse
damn.
to see
I
it.
watched that. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, you gotta
That
watch
shit's
that.
too scary. Like, luckily they haven't done like a doll movie besides like Chucky, a horror movie that has like been bad enough. Like, what's that movie Annabelle? Like the doll never
Annabelle,
comes alive.
They have that. They have Leprechaun isn't a doll, but he's
Does Babadook count?
No,
No, that's a good movie though. I've seen
That's
that.
a fantastic movie.
But like,
Oh, Puppet Master.
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I love that one.
Fuck that. I think
I'm gonna
Poltergeist
say
is
one
a doll.
Chucky.
I haven't seen that. I don't think. Not
Well-
because I know there's a doll and I just haven't watched it.
The original or the remake?
There's this one. I
Yeah.
forgot what it is. I don't know if it's
A Doll's Life.
House of Horrors or whatever, but it's
Evil Dead?
the Tiki Man, and that'll creep. If Chucky creeps you out, this thing will give you nightmares for years.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't watching it.
I think Dark Crystal has a lot of scary puppets.
I
I
got
mean, that's
nightmares
not like
watching
horror
Spider-Man.
though. It's more just.
I have known friends before that I
Recommended it too.
recommended to, and they had nightmares after
Good
watching
job,
it.
Daddy.
I don't care. It's the most beautiful. It's
Nightmare fuel.
Dark Crystal is the best movie ever created. And if you think anything different, then you're fucking wrong.
I was
Your
scared of the
your
Green
opinion
Goblin,
doesn't
so
valid.
I was terrified of the Green Goblin.
Yeah, I can get them.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, from the Tobey Maguire.
Really?
Yeah, I was terrified. I had to leave the theater because my mom was pissed.
Oh, I remember fucking the Joker from one of the, I think the 1985 Batman.
Oh,
where he
Jesus
falls in the
Christ.
vat and he's like laughing crazy and
Yeah.
shit and then zooms. Yeah, that.
So Zach, was that your only fear?
Dolls.
I guess like another fear of mine is like going brain dead and like not being like watching like having my family just watch me just crumble.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
I
Like,
forgot. Oh.
It's fucked up, but like
Yeah, keep at it, getting. You want to
He stopped talking for a second.
Okay, here we
so I
go.
was collecting my thoughts.
Go ahead.
So you get like hit by a car, you like bang your head, and like you wake up and you just lose like
Ability
like
to do anything.
you basically become retarded. Like no offense to anyone, but like having your family have to like stop their lives and like take care of you and shit like that's just like the scariest shit. Cause like one hit could like fuck you up.
One bad, one wrong turn.
Like a bar fight or some shit.
Yeah.
Some dude could smack you over the head and fuck your whole life up.
Throw you through a glass window. Like Nathan Scott on One Tree Hill.
Is that a spoiler?
Very specific reference. Also.
Yeah, it's a spoiler, dude.
And
Yeah.
I guess if you have any like generic third one, I guess.
Not really.
None of you are afraid of heights?
Nah,
Oh,
that's what, I'm
heights-
literally just about to add
I'm not
that.
like like I don't have a phobia, but like they kind of freak me out a little
Yeah.
bit. But I can like if I like walk
Like,
up
you can
to it,
stand.
I
on
can
the-
look down and like.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of heights.
Have you ever sat on the edge of a skyscraper before?
No, I wouldn't do
Have
that.
you seen those videos on YouTube where they do the running on the skyscrapers and shit?
I also saw videos of people falling to their death from those. That
Yep.
shit's dark.
Yeah.
But in high school, I did a ropes course as part of like the peer program that I was part of, and it was a ropes course, and that was one of the most terrifying things. I remember sitting on there, and you have to just cross a small bridge that's like wiggly, and I think I was like 30 feet up, and I was shaking so much. That is, I hate heights.
That's good to know.
I've had
Next
a lot-
podcast, we're talking about heights.
I'm not scared of talking about them, but like I've had nightmares where like
We're,
I was like
we're doing
looking-
the podcast on top of a skyscraper.
I have that one of those too.
Oh,
when,
great.
when I'm falling and you wake up like.
Oh, see, I've
Yeah.
had ones when I was falling and I died in my
Oh,
dream.
I have those all the time.
Yeah.
Nah, but I
Those
wake
are-
up.
Those are trippy.
They're not horrifying. I just feel like I'm like, why am I
Yeah.
falling?
And I've also had ones when I like started falling and I started to fly and it was so beautiful. I was a bird in the sky.
That doesn't. See,
I was-
That makes sense.
I was blissful.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, really bad fears I have. I have fears of just things that are awful, like worst movies.
See, they're getting better now. They're getting better now.
What's the next topic?
Worst movies.
The worst
What
movie
is
you've
the
ever
worst
seen?
movie you've ever seen?
Oh,
Worst movie.
See, I feel like
I've
it's
ever
easy
seen.
for me to just say The Room, just because that movie is fucking awful.
But that's not.
I'm
But
about
it's
to-
hilarious.
Funny.
It's
so
funny bad.
That
it's
Meat
funny.
Mill movie on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
that was pretty
Oh,
good.
you watched a Weak Mill movie?
Yeah, remember
Yeah,
that
we all
Meat Mill
did.
movie we watched?
How- okay.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was when he had the braids.
How about
Yeah.
how about we make it to best movie with like a good budget and actors?
What?
Because you can say like
the topic though.
it's the
The
worst
topic's
movie
worth
you've
it.
ever
Wanna
seen.
change the
I'm saying
topic?
the worst
These
movie.
are dedicated topics. I have chosen these handpicked from a
It's
basket.
a random generator.
It's not even true. I'm looking. I wrote these down myself.
I saw Aaron write these.
Thank
I
you.
was right there.
All right.
And we are sticking to worst
You have
movie
my
you've
phone.
ever
Damn
seen.
it.
Worst movie
Justice League.
has to be Avatar.
Avatar.
The last Airbender.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that shit
bro, you
was-
talking about the
Yeah,
like
I
what
was
is
like,
it?
Trash. Nah, that one was
saw
bad.
it. Never
I
saw
never,
it.
I never seen that one actually, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Y'all seen
It was
Just-
that bad?
I've never seen the Avatar.
No, Last Airbender.
I've seen that one. Yeah, I fucking bought a ticket to see that shit.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think like what I went and saw at theaters and just walked down.
That Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh,
I
Evolution.
never,
Oh,
I
my
never
that-
saw that in theaters.
Oh, I saw that. That was pretty
That
bad.
was agonizing sitting in there watching that.
I can't believe they budgeted that shit.
Holy shit, that was just terrible sitting
Someone-
in that theater.
2000s movies.
Easily
they just
most
have
of those
yeah.
movies. That's what I'm trying to think back on, like the ones that actually went in on see.
I saw this one guy here in my class. He hates Iron Man 2.
Yeah, some
The
people,
one- the
some
one Mickey
people don't like
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's reasonable.
I
Yeah,
paid to
would-
see this rom-com Me Before You in theaters, and that was a giant fucking waste
Hey,
of
no
money.
rom-com is ever a waste of time.
No, this one is. It has the.
Oh, I know what I saw. Oh, you go. You finish yours.
It had what's her name from.
Amelia Clark. Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Really?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
She's.
Who she play?
She's in
The
the new Han Solo.
the protagonist.
Yeah,
She's the main.
she does.
No, who does she play in Game of Thrones? I don't know her name like that.
Daenerys.
She
Daenerys.
plays
Oh.
Dany.
Okay.
Ooh.
Danny.
Targaryen.
Then he needs to
Khaleesi,
get.
please.
Then he needs to
Hashtag
get-
no sex. Hashtag both sex.
Hashtag boat sex.
Hashtag
he's
spoiler
like-
alert. Big time.
How's boat sex a spoiler?
They No one
No one would know. No one would know that.
Well, not spoiler alert.
Now
Now you spoiled it.
What's it
I mean,
called?
you said her name. You said
Stepdads.
both.
Stepdads.
What Adam Sandler movie?
Adam Sandler.
No,
We're talking
Jack
about-
and Jill.
What is? Oh, Jack,
Jack and
oh,
Jill
yeah.
was
Jack and
garbage.
Jill.
Jack
It's like
Harvey.
Al Sandler. He just does the same thing, and at a point, it just got less funny.
Not Stepdads. What's that movie called?
Emoji
When they
movie.
all the four of them come back. Grown Ups.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking
Grown-Ups?
Grown Ups.
the
That first Girls was good.
The second one?
That was okay. That was overkill.
Quincy, we saw one of the worst movies of all time in the theater.
Oh, Justice League.
Yep.
That shit was.
Is that your worst?
It's
Fucking-
it's up there.
I
That
never
shit
saw it, so thank
That
you.
flash running animation was one of my favorite things.
When he raced them at the end.
No, not just that.
No,
There's
bro,
one in the movie
yeah.
as well. I was like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't see this movie.
Oh man, Lois Lane just got off.
Oh man, and I love the actress too.
Yeah.
It's so
Her
funny
eyes.
to me. Man, do you like his jaw? You like Superman's jaw?
I don't want to talk about everything about that movie.
They
Was,
said Gal Gadot.
huh? Yeah, that was literally the only good part about that movie.
To you. Still don't like her.
You don't like a
I don't think she's
empowering woman?
No,
No,
revolutionizing
he's
the-
more for blondes.
No,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Right, and with that, we're going to talk about really something that's really interesting to wrap this all around. You know, bring this
to wrap
I
this
think
all around.
this invokes all of our
wrap
topics. so far.
wraps around all our topics. Kind of like a nice, like a nice diaper. Daycare center.
Daycare center.
I
I think of
remember-
Rugrats. I immediately think of Rugrats.
See, I don't think
The
that.
Rugrats
I
theme
think
song is
elementary
the
school
best.
daycare, people whose parents worked late.
I think I busted
Oh,
my
there's
head
that
open.
too.
That's essentially
that's
what
after school.
Yeah, after school. Wow, that's what I consider daycare.
I think I
Did you-
busted my head
no,
open
like
in the wardrobe
I was
cupboard.
in daycare for a while too, a daycare center for a while too, because my mom worked at one. Like kinder care.
Something like that.
That was a
Mine's
La
called
Petite.
like companion center. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. Daycare centers are good. Like if you're busy and you need to be in an environment, it's like kids going to school too. Like it's an environment where they can socialize and learn how to do that, and then do productive stuff instead of just like sitting home and doing nothing. Or like if you're busy and you can't hire a babysitter. But then you also see those fucked up videos of those people. Some of the neglectful people working at a daycare center, and that doesn't mean you
Yeah.
can't trust one. But like,
It's hard to
yeah,
pick.
if you're putting your kid in the daycare center, you better
Ooh, that's
make believe that they're taking good
add that
care.
to fears, man. Having to raise a kid and have to trust people with them
Yeah, fuck that shit.
or her. It's just
Yeah.
like to me, it's just like oh,
That's
fuck.
why you teach your kid how to carry a gat.
My kid's always gonna have a piece. He's always gonna be strapped.
Always strapped when he
He'd be
hit
like,
the
"What's that in your
club.
pocket?"
Take that,
And he's gonna be like,
Give me
Oh, yeah.
dap.
"My
Bitches, give
daddy
me
told me to
hugs.
always stay strapped."
but if I have a daughter, I'm
Come walk
taking
into school like this. He be like,
cruising down the street.
the security guards be like, you get a security guard pointing guns at your kid.
You best believe I know how to use these too, mister.
I'm a Ford rat.
Oh my god! But yeah, daycare centers always.
Malik Apatayo Jr.
They always have that one bad kid, which is the one.
Follow
that
Malik.
fucks
He
with
knows the
daycare.
way.
Is that
Yeah,
one kid
the-
that you always just hate that's there? But
How the
you always
fuck he
want-
get
you always
in
want to
here?
fuck with him. You're like you hate that he's there, but you know his mom's also like working the same job as yours, and you're just like.
Afitayo.
Chinese here, stop being a fuckhead.
So speaking of
Afitayo, put your
daycare,
gun away.
I had a fun time back in my daycare. We used to mess with this kid. Forget
you
his
were a
name
bully.
was.
So
let's,
this
just,
is
let's,
bullying.
just call, let's just call him
So
Javier.
having fun is
Javier.
literally
Let's
just
call him Javier.
bullying.
So what happened to
me
little
and my
Javier?
friend, we're gonna call him H.
No, I think we should come up. What's a better name?
Harry.
Dan.
Yeah, okay. Harry
Just
works.
Harry.
Me and my friend Harry
Balls.
mess with
Harry
this kid
balls.
Javier all the fucking time. One time, one of the real the stronger kids, I guess, you would say, had a pencil and he loved his pencil. He used it all the fucking
So
time.
this is
And
bullying.
he's doing homework. Well, no, we didn't like Javier because he had an anger issue, and he would always mess with us, and we would always
Probably
get
had a hard
angry.
life. Yeah.
Well, probably, but
Yeah.
we were kids, so it doesn't matter to us.
It does. Oh, yeah, because
And
kids. So, it doesn't
so,
matter.
this kid has a pencil, and he's like doing his homework, but he goes to the bathroom, and he's like, we had recently gotten Javier mad at us for some reason. And he's
Okay.
like chasing us
Taunted
around the
him.
daycare center, and he like grabbed something that I guess hit us with or something. So he grabs the kid's pencil.
Defense.
Right. Okay, that's not defensive. He's on the attack.
Yeah, you only taunted him about already having a hard life.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's not what we
And it's like, what is it? 3 against 1 at this point?
It's 2.
2 against 1. Okay.
Right. Anyway, so he grabs a pencil,
one was
and
black,
I'm
so
like,
that's 3.
I'm quick thinking me, I'm a kid, I'm a genius. I
Of
say,
course.
don't take that. That's my pencil. And so what does he think? He thinks, wow, he cares about this. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break it. He breaks the pencil. I'm like, oh
Rightfully.
no, you broke my pencil. Kid comes back in the bathroom, sees that he broke his pencil, gets in a fight with the kid. We are fucking laughing our ass off. It's one of the
You
funniest.
mastermind.
Me?
Yeah.
As a kid? Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm so sad. Harry left after 3rd grade, and we never got to do shit like that again. But it was I missed him like a motherfucker. But yeah, so we did that, and Javier was like the one bad kid in our daycare, and we just.
So Javier was the kid that got picked on.
No, he was the bad guy.
Oh, he was a bully.
Yeah.
He was the bully.
He was the bully.
Yeah.
It wasn't the 2 kids that picked on a one kid who was having a rough day, and made him have a
Are we
fight.
psychoanalyzing Aaron's childhood right now?
Oh, you can try. That'd be a fun little.
No, you don't have to psychoanalyze it. It comes down to Aaron's an asshole. That's just how he's been.
Well, I mean, Aaron's always an asshole, but
That's what I'm
he knows how
saying.
to tame himself now.
I remember swiping that cake at one of my friends. My family friends' wedding. I swiped the cake, and my aunt looked at me and saw I was smiling. And then she looked back at the cake and saw the swipe mark.
I would have beat your ass in front of
My
everyone.
aunt and I got along way too well. We wore the same outfit in a picture once. Like we were just.
Probably
That's
was
actually
weak. She
the
was
better.
laughing when she.
Oh yeah, she found it hilarious. It was so funny talking.
That's when you
about
say,
it.
"Get your ass over here."
What about you, Zach? You ever had to stay in daycare, or you just kind of
Yeah. After school care.
after school care?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Just in like
somebody
middle
to be-
school.
Really, in middle school?
Mhm.
Okay. Wow.
Because my parents were.
Okay.
Or my mom were.
Was it any different in middle school? Because I didn't really have too much of a.
No, it was actually pretty chill. Like, everyone that was there was cool to, like, make friends. They fed us, like, snacks every day.
Yeah.
We would, like,
Yeah.
play in the gym or whatever, and, like, I'd just dick around on the computer all the time.
Shit.
I did that in elementary school too. At 4th grade, it was like the after school. It was actually cool. Like I made friends in there too, which was nice. And then you get the snacks is always the bonus.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
yes.
they encourage you to do homework, but in
We
reality,
actually went on trips on ours. We went to
Really?
Chuck E. Cheese once. I remember.
that's nice.
Doing that. That was real
Damn.
fun.
That reminds me of
Wait, I'm scared of Chuck E. Cheese. I was scared of Chuck E. Cheese when I was
Yeah.
a kid. Never mind.
The animatronic.
Yeah, I was scared of the fucking mascot.
I
Add that
love
to the
them.
list of fears again.
Yeah, I used to be terrified of mascots.
I love them so much.
Mask off.
Mascots.
If we were to ever have a mascot, what would it be?
A ram.
It'd be a big fucking ice cream
Zach,
cone.
you fucking comedian back there.
Maybe he should have the most funny award instead
Yeah,
of
he's
you.
not gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm gonna
that,
take
though.
that.
I think he
I'm coming
deserves
for
it.
it.
Yeah, well,
Most funny award, Aaron?
and my wife apparently.
Who rates you, Aaron? Where's this? Fuck it.
I don't know.
Fuck it. I fucked
Is that a
I
third
Just
fucked
have
it.
a stroke live.
Is that a bleep?
I had a stroke
A
while
live
Aaron.
stroke?
Huh?
Oh, I
No,
thought
I was trying to say statistics, but I
Wait,
couldn't
what
say
did you
it.
say? Who? What?
I was like,
I said who rated you?
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
Jenny.
Okay.
What did I
that's
say?
I
What?
didn't
Oh,
make,
okay.
I didn't make an announcement. R.I.P. Charlie Murphy died on this day last year.
oh shit, yeah, you
R.I.P.
did.
Charlie Murphy.
1 year.
Wait, Charlie Murphy.
And that wraps
Eddie
us back to our first
Eddie
Murphy's brother.
Boom, there you go.
I didn't even know he was dead.
Yeah, he died last
Are
year.
you kidding?
Yeah, you remember 5 Fingers to the Face?
Slap.
In the
Too bad they took Chappelle Show off Hulu.
He did. You would think Netflix would have it, considering they have a stand-up special.
Maybe.
I have the
Probably,
first 2 seasons.
probably legal rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
first
think
2 seasons.
maybe. I hope that maybe they do add it to Netflix.
But
You don't need that anymore.
yes, I do, because I want to talk about one more thing. Guys, I've enjoyed this. You know, it's been nice having a podcast with some of my best friends, and he's not here with us right now. Well,
Dumbest
actually, he
shit I
is.
ever
He's
heard.
right
Hey,
there.
Boogie. He's doing Let's Try right now. I can't see him.
I'll add him in post. But
Add him in post.
the worst first.
but it's been real fun. You know, doing this little thing. I don't know why we're at 10 or why people listen to us, but
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all
Stupid
listening
we
to
ass
always
us.
appreciate the people.
Listen to our recorded content that we
Dumbass
have
shit.
on our own, but we decided to record these shits because
We decided to make these things
this should be
public.
content.
Not everything.
Not everything.
Not
No,
everything.
not everything, because
Oh, shut
But-
the fuck up.
But
we can get fucked up. You're really fucked up.
all right.
Yeah. Really fucked up.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think-
Shop Shirt Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Episode 10, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Yeah, you know what it is.
I didn't say let's get it enough because I got it in the first episode, so let's get it.
Get it. Get it.
We've changed over 10. You know.
Yeah, 10th anniversary.
No,
crazy.
not for
I
that.
didn't think we were gonna make it. I honestly didn't think we were
Our
gonna make it.
intro wasn't us all
Who
talking over
can
each other for the
say
first time.
I've been changed for the better, but before I knew
met you.
It's
you,
because I knew you.
because
I knew you,
You don't even know the fucking words.
I have been 2.5
changed.
black.
Shut up. Zack's here.
And Zack.
This isn't 2.5 blacks. This is soft soup, dog. Keep that shit out of here.
Ooh.
Racist?
It's actually one
He
white.
didn't say you people.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 blacks and one white.
1.5 whites.
That's just
Oh, 1.5. Oh,
Neapolitan.
damn, I fucked that up. Sorry, guys.
God, would you and Austin do 2.5 whites?
2.5 whites.
But it's like, it would be like 2.5 whites.
Starts with the
Hey, guys,
Alabama anthem.
It's 2.5 whites.
Sweet home.
No, Austin,
Country road.
Austin intro was, now lock the door and turn the lights.
Oh, man.
Hey, y'all, what's up? It's Officer Podcast here.
Oh, God.
A Boogie with the hoodie
that
doing the
sweet
lecture
tea.
slide
But
to
honestly, thank you, everyone who's ever given us any amount of attention. God knows we need it.
It's still questionable.
that's why we're doing this.
Why
We need
they
attention.
actually?
Yeah, we really are just doing this for, as the weekend song attention goes.
just
Doing
looking
it.
for
We're just looking for
attention.
attention.
Jesus, that's so sad.
I
think
need a reason to go up and talk to girls.
Oh my god. I think
Z
don't we
Money, you
all?
was shooting your shot last week. I don't want to hear that shit.
All right, so we're gonna.
He shot like what?
I
You
just
shot
clout.
25% from the field.
The odds were
That's a
against me.
decent percentage.
Today with us we had
He had Malik Afetayo III.
Zach.
Danny.
and your host for the 10th time,
Z Money.
Yeah.
Aaron.
We also had the Greek god Q Tuck, aka get bitches, aka get money.
Fuck your bitch. Not call her the next day.
That's right.
I'm leaving this part on.
Give her a nice letter and
Yeah.
tell her you care about her.
Tell her you care about
Cook her
her.
some
Hey,
nice
guys,
eggs in the
hey,
morning
guys,
too.
Just call your mom
Hey Kings,
No, actually, yeah, yo, if you haven't called your
Oh,
mom
wait.
this week,
You
call
better call your mom.
breaking
or
news.
your dad
or your dad.
or
We
your
had the
family that
first
you care
black
about.
man to ever cheat, Tristan Thompson. He's from Canada. Does not count.